Hello, welcome back dear students. Hope you have understood the poem in the first part of the video. In the part 2 of the poem It Couldn't Be Done, we are going to study poetic device, rhyme scheme, summary of the poem followed by assignment number 2. Before starting up with the new content, let's quickly recall the things that we have studied in the previous video. The poem It Couldn't Be Done by Edgar Albert Guest, also known as People's Poet, tells us to give our best to complete any task that we may need to do. In the poem, someone said that it couldn't be done. The speaker smiled, showed no fear, and started to sing just to accomplish the thing. That couldn't be done, and he did it. Someone scoffed that he could never do that, as no one ever had done it. To this, the speaker got ready to do the thing that couldn't be done, and he did it. In the very last stanza, the poet advises the reader that there are thousands of people to tell you that you will fail in future. They will discourage you, but do not listen to them. Just ignore them and do the work, and the thing cannot be done will be done by you. Now let's study regarding the use of poetic device in this poem. The figures of speech repetition is used overall in the poem. Now, what is repetition? Repetition is a literary device where words or phrases are used. These words, phrases, or a poetical line is repeated to emphasize its importance, and they are used both in prose and poetry. Let's understand this with an example. As you can see in example 1, when there is a talk of hatred, let's stand up and talk against it. When there is a talk of violence, let's stand up and talk against it. In this example, there are words and lines been underlined which show repetition to bring attention to an idea. Likewise, in second example, write quickly and you will never write well and you will soon write quickly. In this, words like write quickly, write well and you will repeated to signify importance of neat writing. Let's have a look for such repetitions in our poem. Stanza 1, here you can see some lines are underlined with the red color. These are examples of repetition. Now, why there is the use of repetition in the poetry? The answer to this is to create rhythm and bring attention to an idea suggested by the poet. Let's understand what is rhyme scheme. Rhyme scheme is a pattern of rhymes at the end of each line of a poem. Rhyme scheme is labeled by using alphabet A, B, C, D, etc. Let's understand the concept with an example. This is a verse of poem Daffodils. Notice that how each line is labeled with a letter depending on rhyme. The word cloud is labeled with the letter A. The word hills is labeled with letter B. However, the word crowd rhymes with the word cloud is labeled with the letter A. Likewise, the word daffodils is also labeled with the letter B because it rhymes with the word hills. The word trees doesn't rhyme with any of the above words, so we labeled it with the letter C. Notice the word breeze. It rhymes with the word trees, so it is also labeled with letter C. Hope you have understood the entire concept of rhyme scheme. Let's move to the first stanza of our poem, It Couldn't Be Done. Notice the last words of each line. The word done is marked with the letter A. The word replied is marked with the letter B. However, the word won rhymes with the word done. It is also marked with the letter A. Likewise, the word tried rhymes with the word replied. It also marked with the letter B. The word green doesn't rhyme with any of the above words, so it's marked with letter C. Similarly, the word it is marked with letter D. However, the word thing rhymes with the word green. It is also marked with the letter C. Then again, the word it is also marked with the letter D. So, the rhyme scheme of the poem is A, B, C, D, C, D. Dear student, hope you have understood the entire concept. Dear student, before signing off, let's recall the things that we studied in this poem. So students, this poem was very much positive. The man, that is speaker, is optimistic in the beginning about what could not be done and then when he did that thing, it became inspiring and encouraging in a way that you can do anything, even when people say you can't, because no one had ever done it. The biggest shift in the poem is when the man did the thing that couldn't be done. It went from an optimistic mood to an inspiring mood. The last stanza is encouraging because it basically said you can do anything as long as you try. Now it's time for assignment number 2. You have been provided with a table. You have to complete the table with the help of the hints given in column 1 and 2. Now it's time to discuss the answers of the previous assignment, that is assignment 1. First question was, why did the man not show any trace of worry? The man was optimistic and did not give up hope. When the task got tough, he was ready to face it and managed to achieve what others could not do. Second question, explain the line so he buckled right in with a trace of a grin, which means the speaker with a smile on his face kept doing things that others couldn't do. The name of the poet is Edgar Albert Guest. Synonym for the word chuckle is laugh, and the synonym for the word prophesy is predicate or forecast. That's the end of the poem. It couldn't be done. Hope you have understood it. Thank you.